See if they reward him on this next play. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Oh, here we go. Oh, watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Tony Pollard with his first career NFL touchdown. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Now, this is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you're really out here in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run with a former Super Bowl hero. It's James White. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Brady. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. 11 yards there, 1st down. Thomas, the 9-year vet. Of course, all those great seasons with Denver. 5 straight 1,000-yard campaigns in Denver. Dealt to Houston at the trade deadline last year and now trying to work his way back off an Achilles tear. And if healthy, he can certainly be a big asset for Tom Brady. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys and continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
And this shot downfield on 2nd down is brought in. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 38-yard line.
He's come a long way since his time at Georgia Tech. What did he run at Tech? He ran hitches and go routes, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, but he ran them really well. He averaged well over 20 yards a catch while he was there. And he still creates downfield in the NFL. That big body and that willingness to go catch the football. He's pretty impressive.
And his friends call him Bebe, the nickname his uncle gave him back in the day. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
Goal 50. 57's the mic. Watch 57. I can't believe they even let you play. Check 13. Check.
Shotgun now for Brady. But he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 22-yard line. Brady's got his guys 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Here's Brady to throw. This is White on the screen. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
To throw again on second down. Brady. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. The #1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him.
But enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead them up 3rd and long.
Bravo. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Hey, check it. Check. Sugar.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. The Browns drive about to get started. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 21-yard line.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it 2nd down and 12.
180. Right 58, right there. Tackles. Check. Run. Let's go.
On 2nd down now, Pollard.
I got you, boy.
It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
King.
On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the 1st down. It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on 4th down. They'll run for it with Pollard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards.
And the Browns' 1st down.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Check 52.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Tyreek Hill, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
We see this route all the time, but when it's well executed, it's a beauty.
And it feels like the fade takes forever to develop, like that ball is just hanging in the air.
And the reason why is that the receiver is trying his best to work the defender inside and give himself space to fade away from him and catch the football, and that's exactly what happened there.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken from the 7. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. 27 yards there, a first down.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there?
Yeah.
Another great completion.
And you know one area where he honed his throwing? He was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995 in the 18th round.
Wow, that would have been something to see him behind the dish.
Think he gunned down a few guys?
Gunned down a few guys trying to steal second. That would have been fun to watch.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
53! I got it! Tight end right. Alert! 3 down, 3 down. Hey, Echo! 57's right. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. 57's the mic.
Brady now on first down. Forced out to his left. Looks for White, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, first and 10 at their own 13. Here's Pollard. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
First down, Cleveland.
Good. 20. Up. They're not regular. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Protein spill. I'm playing the wrong football. Check it back.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And down he'll go at the 25.
Yeah, baby. Boom.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Big time's up, Dad.
From the 25 on second down, Mayfield being chased out left. And this one hauled in by Tavon Austin. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Right there. 180. 54 miles. Up. You go take.
They're going with Beckham on the end around. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there as that one is going to blow up in their faces. That's one they certainly wish they had back. A loss of 8.
Taken down back at the 49-yard line.
Set. 180. Alert. Deuce. Kill. Under 10. 61. Matchbox lights. Hey, alert 33.
Throwing on second and long. Mayfield. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Michael Bennett, the former Texas A&M Aggie, dropping the hammer. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. On 3rd down, Pollard. Room to run past midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. Back deep is Philip Dorsett. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Turnover. That's what we do. Other way, let's go.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
From the gun, it's Brady. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Shadow! Hey, Delta! Hey, we got 3 down. 57's the mic. Watch 57. Easy. Coming up to you. 57's the mic. 53.
Throwing again. Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Buzz! Come up the ball! Hey, second!
Operating from the gun. Brady. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for 13 and a New England 1st down.
That's good for our Patriots.
Wait, that's right, 80! 57
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Heavy on the edges. Hey, go 66!
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. He hits his target, left side, Watson. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Throwing again on 2nd down. Brady, Dorsett's got it. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. And into the red zone now in Charles. They told us Offense in the red zone was a focus this week in practice.
A huge priority, and the key was to get points, so you know that all the time during the week they talked about executing, taking care of the football, no big mistakes, make sure they put points on the board and come out of it with that.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Brady. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. And the 13-year man puts it through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And he's going to be out of bounds across the 50. Great return. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
31 yards there to first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now they'll throw with Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Hey, 66. Let's go. Hey, 58 is hey, Alpha. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense. Check it.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. He'll let this go for the end zone. That's going to be caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Demaryius Thomas, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. So now Brady and the Patriots going for 2.
Come on. 58's the money. 58's the money. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go. 58's the money. 58's the money.
From the gun, Brady. He's got it. And he's not going to get in as a try for two comes up empty. So they will be unable to cut this to a field goal as the differential remains 5. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Pollard going to try the right side. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Switch. Run.
On 3rd down, Mayfield.
Here we go.
And an alley to run. And avoids the contact by sliding. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a 1st down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a give, right side. Pollard, he'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down.
Check three. Up. Go.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Buying time to his left. Looking for Austin, intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Wait, that. 57, Mike 57. I don't think you got it, son. Let's go on. No, 66. Hey, wahoo! Mike 57. Watch the slant. Hey, check 24. Let's go on. No, 66.
1st down, here's White. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
The loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Regular. Go. Check it, reload.
Operating from the gun, Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off down at the 10. Accelerating, and off he goes. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
57, regular.
On 2nd and 12, Brady. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Brady. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
The Patriots send out their punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. Back now in Foxborough. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Run for Pollard. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Here's Pollard again. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Three-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Patriots take over. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Tom Brady needing a fourth-quarter comeback here. He's actually only done it 8 times in the last 5 years, but if you break that down further, the Pats in those years rarely losing in the fourth quarter like they are now. Looking to throw on second down. Brady, and the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. To throw is Brady. And that's complete. It's Watson. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. Operating from the gun, Brady. He goes full extension, and he's got it. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Well, that throw by Brady, incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver, and now it's second down.
Wait, set 29. Alpha. Check it. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. 72.
Throwing again. Brady. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Yards there and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees, And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. Now a give right side. Pollard. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line. Yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal.
General West. Hurry, hurry. Hurry, hurry. Kill.
They'll try and run for it. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. They stop him on 4th and goal at the 3. And the Patriots get the football back.
It's a turnover on downs.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 34. And that will write a finish to this ball game.